Today, I'm going to be addressing 3 huge mistakes that you could be making with your deadlift. Now, these mistakes are extremely common and unfortunately, they can really hold your deadlift back. But don't you worry, these mistakes are easy to fix and I'm going to show you how. I have pulled over 400 kilograms many times with a deadlift PR of over 900 pounds. And today, I want to help you achieve a monster deadlift too. So if you're ready to start stacking plates on that bar, be sure to watch this video all the way to the end. You won't regret it. Let's go. Number 1, your stance is too wide. Now, many people who love a good deadlift have unfortunately drawn their technical inspiration from larger than life strongmen, many of whom probably can't even tie their own shoelaces. Now, yes, they are otherworldly strong and they deserve immense respect for that. But unfortunately, their technique leaves a lot to be desired. So when a mere mortal, perhaps such as yourself, attempts to deadlift like a 400-pound strongman, you may be selling yourself short. Now, what you want to do is this. As you can see here, she's standing a little bit too wide for my liking. I want you to bring your feet directly underneath your hips. So a good starting point for most people is to have their feet directly under their hips. If this feels a little bit too narrow for you, you can increase the width by 1 or 2 inches until you feel more comfortable in that newer, stronger position. By having our stance too wide, we're going to be forced to have our hands in a wider position as well, which is going to increase the range of motion, which is a massive disadvantage. A wider stance will also affect your ability to generate leg drive, often resulting in too much of a pull and not enough push, which will lead to too much stress on the lower back. So the next time you deadlift, maybe consider the fact that you're probably not Eddie Hall and maybe you should bring your feet a little bit closer. Let's go. Hey babe, you've got something on your ass. What does that say? Like, drop a comment, and subscribe. Interesting. Interesting.
Number 2, your hands are too damn far apart.
Now, the wider your hands are on the bar, the higher you have to pull the weight. Now, where should you place your hands? Just outside of your legs, which is why it's so important that you have your feet in the right place. By keeping our hands nice and close to our legs, we're reducing the range of motion, which is a massive advantage when you're trying to move maximal loads. We are creating a more compact position where you can generate more stability and more power, which will absolutely help you stack plates on the deadlift bar. So the next time you deadlift, bring those hands in a little bit closer, embrace that feeling of tension and tightness, and move some big fucking weights. All right, gang, before we do number 3, if you need your strength programs, head to colestrength.square.site, baby. We got you covered. Bench press programs, squat programs, deadlift programs, 3 lift programs, and power building, absolutely. Now, number 3, your shins are straight. Now, something I heard a lot when I started powerlifting and getting into deadlifting was that my shins needed to be straight or vertical, meaning that my knees were not traveling forward over the bar. Unfortunately, what this does is totally eliminates the leg drive from the quads. To be able to utilize leg drive on the deadlift, we need to push our knees over the bar. I want you to think of it as a leg press with a limited range of motion. Now, when the knees are pushed forward over the bar, we are able to generate leg drive to initiate the lift off the floor. Now, if the shins are straight when we deadlift, we are forced to pull, which will put too much stress on the lower back. And not only that, it's also going to sell you short and hold you back in regards to how much weight you're adding to the bar. So be sure to let those knees travel over the bar just a little bit the next time you deadlift. And they are the 3 huge mistakes that you could be making with your deadlift. And I'm telling you, because I don't want you to be holding yourself back anymore. If you feel bad about making these mistakes, don't, because they're very common and they're very easy to fix. Just go and apply these things to your training for the next few weeks. You're going to feel stronger and you're going to feel better, absolutely. And if you need your strength programs, whether it's single lift, bench press, deadlift, squat, 3 lift, or power building, head to colestrength.square.site. And I also quickly wanted to thank everybody who watched my last video, a message to the Cult Strength enthusiasts. I appreciate your support. I appreciate your feedback. It means a lot to me, and I'm going to be going ahead with creating that extended cut content a little more real, a little more raw. And it looks like it's going to be on Patreon just for the fact that the extended cut stuff, some of it may be a little bit too edgy for YouTube. So there's less censorship there. However, all my usual posts will be on YouTube. But if you want the extended cuts and maybe some exclusive content, it will be on my Patreon. So I thank you guys for your response. It means the world to me. And make sure you like this video. Make sure you drop a comment. Let me know if you learned something. I truly appreciate the engagement. Subscribe to your mum's favorite channel on YouTube. Cold strength, and go to the fucking gym.